I've been having some thoughts about thoughts. So during my spiritual life, you could call it, or on the path of awakening, I found myself, and you probably find yourself too, often maybe battling with your thoughts. Um, it can seem sometimes that a lot of this path, a lot of the practice, we're trying to quiet our mind, trying to like slow things down, stop it being so active, hyperactive, stop so many thoughts happening. And you've probably found that it's quite difficult. I know I found it quite difficult in my life. And one of the reasons it's so difficult is because the mind thinks. That's what it does. That's the nature of mind. It thinks, it uses thought to interpret the world. Now, that can be quite problematic when we're trying to stop it or maybe silence the mind, thinking, well, if I only silence the mind, or if I'm only able to silence the mind, then I'll be happy. I won't be worried anymore. I'll be free. I'll be liberated. I'll be awake. And that's, well, it's a misunderstanding really, because by chasing that quiet mind, we're going to battle with a natural sense of ours. So in a lot of like contemplative traditions, in Buddhism, for instance, the thinking mind is seen as another sense organ, really. So obviously you've got sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, and thinking. So trying to shut that off is trying to, or deny it even, is trying to deny a natural aspect of what it is to be human. So one of the reasons that we suffer so much is not because our mind thinks or we think. That's not it. It's the fact that we think we are our thoughts. We think that's all we are. We've identified fully with the thoughts that arise and disappear in our minds. And we are defined, or we define ourselves as a character in a storyline, with relationships, and that's it, basically. We just see ourselves as a collection of thoughts and ideas and beliefs. And we're much more than that. We're much more than that. So from one perspective, you could say that awakening is really simple. It's no longer identifying ourselves as just our thoughts. It's in fact seeing that thoughts really never had any of our true identity in them. They're just a faculty of mind that arise and cease. So you might be thinking, well, how do I disidentify from thoughts? How do I not necessarily stop the thoughts, but how do I awaken to something other than the idea of me as a thought, or the idea of me as a character moving through time, all in the thinking mind? So there's a lot of techniques out there, but one that really helped me is asking a really simple question and investigating the present moment. So the simple question you can ask at any time, and it's particularly powerful if you ask it maybe when you've got some peace and quiet around, because you can kind of see the things that arise and come and go in the mind. But the question is, other than thought, what is here right now? So other than thought, what is here right now? Now, you'll almost instantly feel thoughts arise and want to answer that question. And that's okay. Like I said before, it's a completely natural part of being alive. The thinking mind wants to think. That's what it does. But we can acknowledge when the thoughts arise, oh, that's thought. Okay, that's fine. But other than thought, we ask again, other than thought, what is here right now? And we can begin to investigate the other faculties and other senses that are alive in this moment. Now, you can ask this question again and again and again. In fact, I recommend asking this question often into your own being and just exploring. You're not trying to break out of the thinking mind or shut the thinking mind off. You're exploring what else is available in this moment. To experience, really. So maybe give it a go. If you find yourself struggling with thoughts or wrestling with thoughts, maybe trying to stop them completely, my recommendation is, well, don't try and stop those thoughts. Don't try and just stop thinking, because it's a natural part of who you are, a natural part of being alive. But ask yourself in any moment, other than thought, right here and now, other than thought, what is there that's right here? And explore your senses. In fact, that's kind of all you've got to explore, isn't it? Explore the sights, the sounds arising and ceasing, the smells, the tastes in your mouth, the sensations in your body, and just get used to and familiarize yourself with these really vast faculties of being that are not determined by thought.